they tried to hide. They said the town was cursed, but no one ever said it out loud. It lingered in the way people avoided eye contact, in the silence that fell when certain names were mentioned, and in the empty house at the end of Hawthorne Lane, the McAllister house. Nora had only been in Ashgrove for 2 weeks when she noticed it. The way her landlord lowered his voice when giving directions. I just don't go past the old McAllister place. No explanation. No questions welcomed. Naturally, she was curious. The house wasn't as run down as she expected. It stood proudly under the grey sky. Weathered, yes, but intact. The windows were dark. The porch sagged slightly, but it was far from abandoned. Someone had been caring for it, subtly, quietly. A faint trail in the grass suggested recent footsteps, though she never saw anyone go in or out. One night, driven by the kind of curiosity that overrides common sense, she returned with a flashlight. The air felt colder near the house, as if the temperature dropped just for that patch of land. She hesitated only once before pushing open the creaky gate. It wasn't locked. The front door was slightly ajar. Inside, the air was heavy, not with dust, but with something else, something unseen, pressing down on her shoulders like hands. Her flashlight flickered once, then steadied. She moved carefully through the foyer, past faded wallpaper and family portraits whose eyes seemed just a little too lifelike. The house wasn't empty. She found the room at the back, lined with books, dusty shelves, and a desk covered in newspaper clippings, all yellowed, all with headlines about disappearances. 7 people over 20 years, all vanished. No bodies, no leads. Her fingers trembled as she picked up a photograph tucked under a file. It was a picture of a group of 5 people, teens, maybe college students, standing in front of this very house. One of them was circled in red ink. She recognized the face. It was the same as the man in the hardware store who helped her last week. Same eyes, same smile, except he hadn't aged a day. Suddenly, the door creaked behind her. She spun around, flashlight sweeping the room. No one. But then she heard it. A soft voice, almost a whisper, close to her ear. "You weren't supposed to find this." She ran, out the door, down the road, back to her rented cottage. She locked the doors, pulled the curtains, and didn't sleep. The next morning, the house was gone. Not burned, not boarded up, just gone. In its place was an empty lot with perfect grass, as if nothing had ever stood there. She rushed to the hardware store. The man wasn't there. The clerk told her no one by that name had ever worked there. Nora started to write it all down. Every detail, every whisper, every impossible thing. She knew they'd come for her too. But maybe, just maybe, if she told the story, someone would remember. Because secrets don't stay buried. Not forever.
She checked the local library. No newspaper records of the disappearances. No mention of the McAllister house. Even the maps labeled it as an empty field. It was like the town had wiped it clean. But she had the photo. She kept it hidden in a book, though even that began to fade. First the ink, then the faces, until only the outline of the house remained. Asterisk, and they tried to hide it. Asterisk. But the truth has a way of finding the light.